Hi everybody, how are you doing? Welcome, my lovely students, to this yet another amazing session. We are having our very interesting Christmas series. So, we are doing vocabulary of Christmas. Isn't it amazing? So, we have already covered two letters A and B. So, we have done 20 words. Now, today we are going to do some new and interesting words that start with letter C. So I hope you're really excited. Quickly give me a thumbs up and let me know who all are present. Before we begin, what are we going to do? We are going to use the share button and invite a lot of our friends, right? The more the merrier. So we are going to have a lot of fun when we will have a lot of your friends joining you in the session. So quickly use the share button, invite all your friends to our lovely Fundoo class, right? So let's get started. Before we begin, what is Santa carrying in this bag for you in this session? Lot of words, right? So I hope you're really excited. So let's say thanks to Santa for giving us such amazing words so that these words can be used to enhance our vocabulary, which is very important these days, where English is the universal language. We need to put our, mark, we need to put our impression, and that can be done when we have wonderful words in our kitty. So that's what the intent of the session is, to help you learn interesting words, new words, so that you can have your presence marked, you can leave an impression, you can become better every passing day. So, those of you who don't know me, my name is Juhi Narula. I am your trainer. I have 12 years of experience in training students for various competitive exams. I also happen to be a life skills coach and a content creator. I've done my bachelor's in technology and master's in business administration. So let's get started. The first word for the day is cathedral. So, what do we mean by this word cathedral? So, you pronounce it cathedral, right? It means church or house of worship. So, is there any difference between church and cathedral? Yes, it does have. What is the difference? Let me tell you. If any one of you knows the difference, you can quickly use the comment section and let me know the answer, right? I'm sure you must have heard of this term cathedral. Now, how is it different from the church, or is there any difference? It means church or house of worship, but it is slightly bigger than the church, right? So, church will be smaller relatively to cathedral. So, a huge church can be called cathedral. I hope you know the difference now. Right. So, if it was a Christmas Eve, everybody gathered. So, what is Eve? A day before the special day. So, the evening of 24th, we call it Eve, right? So, when we say New Year's Eve, we talk about 31st December. So, when we talk about Christmas Eve, we talk about 24th December, right? So what do we do in on Christmas Eve? People gather in church or cathedral to offer prayers, right? So there are masses. Masses are prayers done by people together. So there is a congregation. So there's another interesting word that I will teach you. There is this word congregation. So, congregation means a group of worshippers. So, there's a very interesting word. What does this word spell like? Congregation. It comes from the root Greg. So English has got its origin from Greek and Latin. So we use the roots and we create some interesting words. So Greg means group. So congregation means group of worshippers. Who are worshippers? Who have gathered to offer prayers. So a group of worshippers is called congregation. So in church, what happens on the Christmas Eve? Congregation gathers to offer prayers, right? So this is a new word, and interestingly, this also starts with C. So group of worshippers is congregation, and cathedral is a place of worship which is slightly bigger than the size of a church, right? So what are we going to do now? We are going to do our favorite activity, where we are going to pronounce both the words, and we are going to type the words along with the meanings and with one sentence in the comment section, in the chat section. Let's see how many of you come up with very beautiful and interesting sentences. Start doing it. I'll give you a quick minute and let's see who does it first. There's one more interesting word which is very similar to cathedral and church that also we are going to learn. So, what is that word? Keep on guessing before we reach to that. Right? So, I hope everybody is getting ready to welcome Santa Claus to celebrate Christmas. I hope your decorations have started. You have bought a Christmas tree. Please do let me know that what are you doing this Christmas? Why don't you make an interesting video or click some pictures and put it on our Fundoo app and on the Instagram page and the Facebook page, right? I would be so excited to see those amazing videos and pictures. I'll comment on them, right? So you have to do that. Let me know, okay? So I'm sure everybody has made the sentence. So the word is cathedral, which means a place of worship, slightly bigger in size as compared to the size of church, right? And another word that we interestingly learned, congregation, means group of worshippers. Okay. So let's move to the second word. Before that, can you quickly give me a thumbs up? Please, quickly let me know you are sorted with the first word. In fact, two words, right? Are we sorted with both the words? If yes, please do let me know. Right? Can I quickly have a thumbs up? That's the spirit. You are so amazing. So good to have you in the session. So let's move to the second word. This is carol. So carol are special Christmas songs which are sung to celebrate Christmas, right? So these are to praise the Lord, praise Lord Jesus. I'm sure you must be singing a lot of carols. What is your favorite carol? I mean, which is the carol you enjoy singing the most? Please let me know in the chat section. All right. So, of course, Jingle Bells is an example of carol, and everybody loves Jingle Bells. Most of us know the lyrics of this carol, and but there are a lot of other beautiful carols. There's this beautiful carol. Do listen to it. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let earth receive her king. It's a beautiful carol. I'm not singing well. I've got a bad voice, but I'm sure you must be having wonderful, melodious voices. So, it's a beautiful carol. So, what happens is the choir. So, choir is chorus. Okay, so many people form a group, and this is a collective noun, and they gather together so to sing. So usually there is this tradition in Christianity that before Christmas there is this Advent calendar. So I did talk about this very interesting word, Advent calendar, when we did words associated with letter A in our special Christmas series. So what is an Advent calendar? So people start marking the days remaining to welcome Christmas, right? So this is a special calendar. So when that Advent comes, so people start gathering in each other's houses and they sing Christmas carols. Isn't it such a beautiful tradition, right? So this is what the word carol means. So carols are the songs sung to praise the Lord and to celebrate Christmas, right? So I hope you are sorted. Now what are we going to do? We are going to make a beautiful sentence on this lovely word carol. Let's see what are the interesting answers do we get here. Great, wonderful. So we have got some very beautiful sentences. Thank you so much. Kudos to you. You are doing such a great job. Let's move to the next word. The next word is congenial. What do we mean by this word congenial? It means a person who's friendly, lovable, affable. We can also have this word amiable, or we can also have this word amicable. Similar sounding and similar in meanings also. So we can call these words synonyms. So what are synonyms? Words that have similar meaning. So one should always have the congenial behavior towards others, isn't it? That's what Christmas teaches us. In fact, that's what all the Festivals and celebrations teach us that we should be warm, we should be friendly, we should be accommodating, we should be affable, we should be lovable, we should be friendly towards our friends, towards our family, towards everybody. We should be kind, right? So I hope you all are going to imbibe the spirit of kindness in this festive season, right? So this should be your New Year resolution that you make to yourself, that will come out to be congenial, warm, loving, affectionate people. I'm sure you're so lovable, you are so adorable. So you will definitely, treat everybody with kindness, right? So such a beautiful word. And what are you going to do now? You are going to write the word. Don't look at the screen. Otherwise, you will not learn the spelling. This is also important, right? Isn't it? You know the meaning of the word, but if you misspell it, then, that helps us spoil the game, which we wouldn't want. So what are we going to do? We are going to, just concentrate on the chat section and type this word along with its meaning and create a beautiful sentence. Go ahead and do that. That's so nice. Some lovely sentences are coming. That's so exciting. Everybody should do that. At times become very comfortable with the word, or we might be knowing the word. So we refrain from making the sentences, but that should not be done. We should always try to, make some wonderful, unique sentences. This helps us reinstate the meaning of the words. This helps us remember the word better. Many a times this happens that, we'll be solving one question, or we'll be reading a page, we'll be reading an article where we'll encounter the word that we already have heard of. But at that point of time, we might not be able to recollect the meaning. So these are situations that we wouldn't want for ourselves. So even if you know the word, if you are familiar with the word, please ensure that you make a sentence, revise the word so that the word stays with you. All right. So I hope my lovely students have made some beautiful sentences, and we are comfortable with the three, rather four words that we have learned. So we learned this word congregation, which means group of worshippers. Then we learned this word congenial, which means friendly or lovable or affable. We did this word carol. So carol means songs that we sing during Christmas time, right? So I hope you're not going to forget these words. So let's move to the next word. Quickly give me a thumbs up. I hope you're not getting bored. Everybody, I hope you're not getting bored. Please do let me know, right? So I hope you're excited. I hope you're brimming with joy. I hope you're brimming with energy, brimming with enthusiasm. That's how students and lovely kids should be. Always up to learn more, right? So let's move to the next word. Chapel. So I did talk about this word cathedral. We did talk about how it is different from the church. And then now there's this another word, chapel. So if all these three means places of worship, then what is the difference among all these three words? Let's explore. So chapel is relatively smallest in size, then comes the church, and then comes cathedral. And chapel is just a place of worship. So usually you don't find a priest in the chapel, but in church and cathedral, you will always find a priest, right? So that's the technical difference. Chapel is also a group of, as a place of worship. So is cathedral and church. But what is the difference? That in chapel, it's relatively smaller in size. Then comes the church, and then comes the cathedral. And in chapel, you will not find a priest, but in the other two places, you will find the priest, right? So that's the difference. Now, see, you've become smarter. You know the difference between chapel, cathedral, and you also know the difference between cathedral and church, right? Great going, wonderful. So, what are we going to do? We are going to quickly frame a sentence, everybody. Write the word, write the meaning, and quickly frame a sentence. I hope you are enjoying the Fundoo classes that we offer you. I hope you are inviting the friends. I hope you're using the share button. Do help us spread the word. We have such amazing sessions, specially designed for you so that your learning becomes better, right? So everybody should get benefited. So you should talk about this amazing app, and you should encourage your friends, your cousins, and whoever you know to spread a word about our wonderful Fundoo classes, right? So go ahead and do that. And I hope you have already made the sentence on the word chapel. Yeah, so we have some beautiful sentences coming. Kudos, wonderful, great job done. So a pat on your back and appreciation and applause for you, right? So let's move to the next word, which is confections. So, confectionery, which means sweets. You cannot imagine Christmas without confections, without sweets, right? Without those pies and puddings and cakes, right? So, all the kids were excited to see the confections and the Christmas party. Of course, I also get very excited when I see the favorite confections there in the parties which we attend, especially the Christmas ones, right? So, do let me know that what is your favorite confectionery and what are you going to do? You're going to write the word, write the meaning, and frame a beautiful sentence. Kids, start doing it. I am waiting. Quickly, quickly do that. Great, great, bingo. Such lovely sentences we have got. So let's move ahead. It's time to take a break, right? So are you tired? If not, that is so good to know. If yes, quickly go to the kitchen, get a glass of water or a glass of fresh juice. No colas are very unhealthy, my dear students. So freshly squeezed fruit juice or a glass of water, right? So everybody quickly go grasp a glass of water. We'll take a tiny whiny break before we continue with the rest of the words for the session. And once you come back, you can do one thing. You can open your notebooks and write the 5 wonderful words that we have learned so far. Right? So quickly go, take a 1 minute break, a tiny whiny break, a water break. So let's see how many of you have gone, how many of you have come back. Once you've come back, quickly say a hi again. Great, great. So there's some quick highs coming. So you're really, really quick to take a break. That's so good. Some are taking their time. That is fine. Let's wait for a few more seconds to begin. Let everybody join the session again. Great, great, great. So Christmas is coming. I'm sure you must be excited. So do let me know that what are your plans for the Christmas. You can make an interesting video and post it on our group, on our Instagram page, right? And do tag us. Do let me know, right? Great, great. So we have all our students coming back to the session, which is so interesting. So let's start with the rest of the words. So this word is camaraderie. So this means friendship or amity. So the kamadar shown by army personals is worth appreciating. It's a strong bonding, right? It's a strong association, and that's what the spirit of Christmas teaches us. So what are we going to do? Quickly write the meaning of the word and frame a quick sentence. Everybody quickly do that. Everybody. So we have some beautiful sentences coming, right? Amity, friendship, it's a strong association, a strong bond. That's what the word means, right? Okay, great, great, great. Wonderful. So quickly show me a thumbs up if we are all set to move to the next word. The next is cornucopia. This means abundance. So the festival offers a cornucopia of pleasures. That means there is abundance of joy. There's abundance of happiness, right? So you will see all the glitters around, all the lights around, all the joys around, everybody in the spirit of celebrations, right? So that the word means cornucopia. That means abundance, plentiful, a lot of joy, right? So what are we going to do? You're going to write the word, write the meaning, and create a beautiful sentence on it. Everybody start doing it. Everybody, let's keep going. Quickly make a sentence, a lovely sentence. Wow, there are some beautiful sentences coming. Great, great. So good to see such lovely sentences. Cornucopia, that's how you pronounce the word. Okay, great, great, great. Wonderful, wonderful. Lovely, lovely. A pat on your back. Great, great, my dear students. You're doing such a phenomenal job. So let's move to the next word. What do you say? I hope we are all sorted. I hope we have made a sentence. Okay, great. Let's move to the next word. Cinnamon. So what does this word means? This is a type of a spice. Okay. So I'm sure you must be aware of the various spices your moms put in your foods, right? So why don't you do a thing? You make a list of spices that your mom puts in your everyday food, right? Isn't it an interesting activity? And let me know that if you don't know the meaning of some word which your mother might be telling you in Hindi, but you do not know the English meaning, or you don't know how do you put it in English, do let me know. Okay. And why don't you do this exercise? Open your dictionaries and find, say, maybe, there's this word soft, it means fennel. So if you are not aware, you should do this exercise. We'll be having a good set of interesting words with us, right? So cinnamon is a type of a spice, and this is used to make cakes. So there's a special flavor. So it's not sweet, but it's a very special flavor that brings a lot of interesting taste, in the cakes that are prepared for Christmas. So cinnamon, right? Cinnamon, that's how you pronounce it. It's the type of a spice. If you'll go to your kitchen, your mom might be having it, right, in her spice box. So just after the class, okay, after the class, go and check with her that whether you have cinnamon, and please do let me know in what all recipes she uses this spice. Okay, so this is an interesting assignment for you. Okay, so you're going to list down the um 10, okay, 10 should be fine. I'm sure your mother must be having 10 spices in her kitchen. So find out the list and try to find the English names for all those spices, okay? And do ask your mom that whether she uses cinnamon in any of her recipes. And if yes, so what are the recipes in which she uses this interesting spice called cinnamon? Okay, everybody, please write the word in the comment section. So in Christmas, okay, let me tell you, there's a lot of popularity for cinnamon cakes. I'm sure many of you must have already had these cakes. If yes, please let me know. So mine are, I love cinnamon cakes. They have got an amazing flavor, right? So my granny makes wonderful cinnamon cakes. Okay, so let's quickly have a sentence coming from this very beautiful word. This is the name of a spice, and let's have one sentence coming and do write the word, right, so that the spelling stays with you. Great, great, great. Wonderful, wonderful. So, what are the words that we have learned so far? We are on the eighth word. So, we are going to quickly revise at least the five words we have learned so far. Right? So, we have learned this word chapel. We have learned this word cathedral. Then we have learned this word carol. What are the other words that we have learned? We have learned this word congregation, right? And we have learned this word cinnamon. What are the other words that we have learned? Quickly, let me know, everybody. What are the other words that we have learned? Let me know, let me know. Think cinnamon. Yes, cinnamon is there on the screen. So yes, we will write this also. So yes, we have learned cinnamon also. Then we learned cornucopia, right? So these are some interesting words that we have learned so far. So what are you going to do? You're going to, keep on revising these words so that you don't forget, right? So I hope you have made a sentence on it. I hope you're comfortable with the meaning of the word. Quickly, quickly give me a thumbs up. And I hope you know the difference between cathedral and church, and the difference between chapel and the church. So chapel is the smallest in size, then comes the church, and then comes the cathedral. Maybe I should write it for you. So chapel, then there comes to be the church, right? And then comes the cathedral, right? So I hope you're not going to forget now, right? Great, great, great. So let's move to the next word. What is that word? Celestial. So celestial means heavenly. I'm sure you must have heard of this term in your geography class. This might not be a new word for many of us. So, have you made that solar system in your project? So whenever I remember when I was in my junior classes, whenever we encountered the term celestial bodies, we definitely talked about planets and sun and moon. These are all heavenly bodies, right? So our teachers usually asked us to make a solar system, right? So we used to bring the thermocol, and we used to bring the balls of various sizes, and then we used to use the wires to make the orbital paths. So that's interesting stuff we used to do. So celestial means heavenly. Okay, so Jane was interested to know about the celestial bodies in her geography class. So that's how I have made a statement. Now what are you going to do? You are going to make a quick interesting sentence on this word celestial. Okay, we call it celestial. Great, great, great. Wonderful. Such lovely sentences coming, right? So, this might be a familiar word. Many of you might be knowing this word, and this is so amazing. So, what are we going to do? We are going to move to the next word, right? So, the next is choir. So, this we did, right? So, when we did this word carols, we did make a sentence having the word choir in it. So choir is chorus, right? So I did tell you about this about this wonderful tradition during Christmas, that people gather in each other's houses, and then they sing carols, and they celebrate Christmas. So the group of singers we call choir, right? So the choir mesmerized. So mesmerized means people were enchanted. People really loved the performance. So there was a Christmas party, and there cannot be any Christmas party that doesn't have choir singing some wonderful carols, right? So quickly write the word, write the associated meaning, and frame a sentence. Everybody start doing it. Let's finish our list with this very beautiful word choir. Chorus, it means chorus, a group of singers, right? So mesmerized means they were impressed, they were enchanted, they were captivated, right? So that's how you use this word mesmerized, and choir is the main word, which means chorus. Great, great, great. So, applause for you, a pat on your back. You have learned 10 words in this limited time, and you have made some amazing sentences. Kudos to you. So, what are you going to do? You're going to create a list of more such Christmas words and share on our Fundoo Class mobile app. Or you can do one thing. If you're not finding the new words, then you can, make a video of all the words that we have learned in today's class. I think that would be simple, right? So you're going to put it on our Facebook group and on our Instagram, and you're not going to forget the tag, which is hashtag Fundoo Class Live. So please do tag us. I'll be watching the videos. I'll be reacting to them. I'm so super excited that how will you come up with unique ideas to present these amazing 10 words that we have learned for ourselves in today's session. And do write it in the comment section. How did you like the class? And what else would you want me to incorporate in the coming sessions? I would be very excited to do so. And you have to follow me on our Fundoo Class mobile app. You have to do that. Okay. So I'll be so happy to know that who are following me for the wonderful sessions that I'm going to take. Also, I'm waiting for your videos. I'm so excited to see that how are you going to make the videos, what's something exciting that you're going to do. If you have already got a Santa Claus caricature or a toy or a Christmas tree ready, so why don't you make a video along with the Christmas tree, right? So that will double the fun that we are going to have. One, what are the two interesting parts to it? One, we'll be soaking in the spirit of Christmas, and other, we'll be soaking in the spirit of learning, right? So we should always imbibe learning in every little thing that we do. So I'll be preparing some more exciting sessions for you. Keep learning, keep revising. God bless you. Bye bye. Take care. All the best.